I would like to thank my parents for helping me through the last 4 years and for joining me this weekend for my graduation. I would like to thank Rabbi Wasser on behalf of our class for all that he has contributed to us spiritually and for being an amazing Rabbi. He was our Rabbi for 2 years, 10th grade and our senior year. He, with unimaginable patience, care, and understanding, has shown us how to succeed in life. Regardless of how tough a day we were having or what kind of mood we're in, Rabbi Wasser has always worked his hardest to help us understand what we were learning that day. He has always seen the best in us and has worked with us to develop us and become the best that we can be. We have all loved him as the amazing Rabbi that he has been for us. Sure, there have been times that have been tough, but Rabbi Wasser has helped us through them. He has shown us who we can be spiritually and has enabled us to see our potential we all have inside of us. Thank you so much, Rabbi Wasser. It has been a true pleasure to have you as our Rabbi.
One of my highlights of my years in MTI, and I think all of my peers will agree with me, is Rabbi Goldman. His ability to deal with us as teenagers has been amazing. He understands us, how we operate, and what drives our decisions. Teenagers growing up often have the challenge of finding themselves. Unfortunately, many don't, which may lead to emptiness and depression in their lives. Rabbi Goldman has guided us in this process. He has helped us appreciate who we are today and where we want to be in the future. Countless times we have come to his office to talk about struggles we were experiencing. Not only did he give us the proper guidance, he also showed us the root of the struggles, which made it much easier to overcome. We learned from Rabbi Goldman both in the classroom and his everyday actions. The patience he has for his students and families is truly inspiring. We have never heard him yell before. When making decisions, he has a unique ability to maintain his composure and make the right decision. We love you, Rabbi Goldman. You're an amazing role model. Thank you for everything.
There's a Gemara in Brachos that is very appropriate to describe our Rabbeim, as it states, a person shall live in the place of his teacher. That means to follow them in their ways for life, no matter where you are. Our Rabbeim follow their Rabbeim as well to the fullest, by first studying in yeshiva and then starting a yeshiva to share with others. They teach us derech hachayim, the way of life, and how to live a regular life as a Torah Jew while enjoying life all at the same time. This is a Torah's hashkafa of our Rabbeim. We thank you a lot for taking your time to work with us and answering our hashkafa questions. We have a lot of hakaras hatov, appreciation for what the Rabbeim do for us. The Rabbeim are very friendly and open to talk to. They stay up late at night to prepare for us in order to teach us each day. A special thank you to the Rabbeim, Rabbi Wasser, Rabbi Framwitz, Rabbi Goldman, Rabbi David Goldman, Rabbi Waxman, and the entire General Studies staff. There are a lot more things to say by MTI, but we will be up all night. There is no place like MTI in the whole wide world.
I would like to thank the Rosh Yeshiva for all that they have done for me throughout my years of yeshiva. Rabbi Framwitz, 9th grade was amazing. Rabbi Wasser, 10th and 12th were a lot of fun. This year I was privileged to be part of the Beis Medrash program. Rabbi Goldman Shir is a one-of-a-kind shir and his connection with his Talmidim is extraordinary. Whenever any of us need to talk to him, he makes time despite his busy schedule. Inside the Beis Medrash, the Torah learning is beautiful. The credit goes to all of the Talmidim of the Beis Medrash. On behalf of the entire Beis Medrash, I'd like to thank Rabbi Botak, Rabbi Meyer, and Rabbi Shapiro for all the help that they have provided. To all the branch guys who come to St. Louis, we know how much you leave behind and we really appreciate it. On behalf of my class, I would like to thank the community for all that they have done for us. We really appreciate your warm hospitality and opening your homes to us. Whether we needed a place to sleep, eat, go swimming, or anything else, you were readily available and willing to help us out. On a personal note, I would like to thank the Reeses for all they have done for me. Thank you, MTI, for making the past 4 years so special.
I would like to thank MTI for all it has done in guiding me through my years in high school. Coming into 9th grade from out of town, settling into a new place is difficult, and having the support of the Chesterfield community has helped me adjust quickly. I have developed lasting relationships here with people who cared, starting with my principals, Rabbi Goldman and Mr. Eli, my Rabbi, teachers, and friends. The lessons I have learned about life and academics will stay with me forever. I would also like to thank Mrs. Graff for everything she has done for Yeshiva and for me personally. Thank you, Rabbi Shapiro, for all the lessons that I have learned from the whole Hafizladi experience. I never knew that I was shut the material. And by the way, if anyone finds my other Hafizladi, I would appreciate its return. On a personal note, I would like to thank Rabbi Ellis, without whom this all would have not been possible. And lastly, thank you, Mom, for all that you have done for me, including coming this weekend and your selflessness in sending me so far away from home in order that I get a first-rate Torah education. MTI, thank you for the sound foundation you have provided me for my life ahead.
When I first came to yeshiva, I was very nervous. I've never been away from home for such a long period of time. However, my transition wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. The guys in the yeshiva accepted me as if I was with them for the past 3 years. The Rabbi treated me with such warmth and care and helped me celebrate my strengths and embrace my challenges. At any moment in the day, the Rabbi were there to speak to. This made transitioning into the yeshiva much more enjoyable. The most unique part of MTI is the feeling of closeness amongst each other. We all act as one. Nobody's better or worse than the next. Rabbi Goldman always says it's not you, it's us. And that shows by the way everyone acts towards one another. MTI also did an amazing job choosing the base medrash guys. They've been a great inspiration to us all, and they have given us a vision of what a true Ben Torah should be like. I've learned a lot this year in learning, but I also learned a lot about myself. My experiences this year will never be forgotten. I've made amazing friends and learned from great Rabbi. I would like to thank Rabbi Goldman for the many schmoozes we had. They helped me make it through the long year. Rabbi Wasser, who is always there when I had any questions and for helping me make a decision for next year. Rabbi Franwitz for making sure everything was in order and always complimenting me on my hat. Rabbi Shapiro for his humorous twist on teaching and his love and devotion to his students. Lastly, I would like to thank my parents for sending me to this yeshiva and putting up with me for the past 18 years. Thank you very much.
My class and I would like to express our great appreciation and gratitude to Rabbi Shapiro for all that he has done for us. Rabbi, your kindness and devotion to us has been an inspiration. Whenever we've had questions, you were ready to listen with an open heart and provide us with a well-thought-out answer. You've taught us important life lessons through stories which will stay with us forever, and we thank you so much for them. I remember one of them in particular. An elderly Rosh Yeshiva would at times repeat stories in shir without realizing it. When he would ask if he had already said the story, his Talmidim would reply no, because they loved the way his Rebbe would say it with such enthusiasm. You use this story to show us how much someone can appreciate their Rebbe, and Rebbe, we do. This year was especially memorable because we came together as a unit to create a film. Rabbi Shapiro devoted so much time and effort to ensure its success. Through his actions, we've learned what can be accomplished through devotion and commitment. Finally, I would like to thank my parents for sending me to such an amazing yeshiva. Without a doubt, I will never forget what MTI and his faculty has done for me these years. These were the most amazing years of my life. Thank you so much.
On behalf of my class, I'd like to thank a few others who've made our years in MTI such a special experience. Firstly, I'd like to thank our General Studies principals, Mr. Elishik. We truly appreciate all your efforts in creating the General Studies program, from which we all greatly benefited. You've helped develop the school from a mere dream to a fully accredited high school. We enjoyed spending time with you, especially when you invited the yeshiva to your house on the Lake of the Ozarks. We had a blast. To Mr. Toppenheim, or as we fondly call Mr. T, you've brought with you an added feeling of seriousness towards the General Studies department, which is translated to a more serious attitude from the students. We appreciate all that you've given to our school so far, and we eagerly anticipate what the school can gain from you in the coming years. To some of the teachers who have had the pleasure of having us in their classes, Mr. Wordle, Mr. Shimoni, Mr. Taylor, Mr. Henderson, Mr. Season, Mr. Corley, and Mr. Griffith. We thank you all for the great classroom lessons, and even more for the life lessons which will stick with us even beyond our years in high school. In addition, there are a few very important people who help keep our school running on a day-to-day basis and deserve our deepest thanks. Mrs. Graff, for running the office since day one and making everything happen. Our janitorial staff, and although he's no longer with us, we would like to thank Alan Mask. We would also like to thank the rest of the high school and the base measures program for being such great friends throughout the years. As an end all, I would like to thank my parents for being here for my graduation and for sending me to MTI, where I experienced some of the best years of my life.
When I came to MTI, I was overwhelmed by the immense warmth and closeness between everyone. The bond of love that is formed and felt between one another is truly amazing. I remember instances where the older classes helped out the younger ones, not because they needed to, but because they wanted to. Rabbi Fromwitz tells us all the time there are no freshies in yeshiva. This is so true, because nobody feels like a freshman in their own home. The Rabbeim have always reached out to us. They have always been available to talk to us, make us feel comfortable, and help us through our daily challenges. The Rabbeim are our teachers, but they do so much more than just teach us day in and day out. They teach us how to learn and provide us with the tools we need for life. Rabbi Fromwitz has always looked out for our physical well-being, constantly making sure that we have what we need. Being away from the comforts of home for 4 years can be difficult at times, but Rabbi Fromwitz has done his utmost to make us feel at home. He always jokes with us that the yeshiva is a 5-star hotel, but it is not. It is a 5-star resort of love and care for everyone. By the way, I think my call button is broken. On behalf of my class, thank you, MTI, for all you have done for us.